The biggest meal deal America has ever seen. A whole Colonel's Rotisserie Gold, or 8 pieces of original recipe chicken. Potato wedges, Kentucky nuggets, mashed potatoes and gravy, coleslaw, biscuits, even a whole apple pie. All this for just $14.99. You couldn't even get 2 large pizzas for that. No wonder we call it the Mega Meal.
A lot of food, not a lot of money. You can't beat that.
The Chargers move out in front now, 21-9. Younger, 7 of 10 through the air, 110 yards and 3 touchdowns.
9 yards, right? It wasn't real pretty, but they got it done. And you know something, when you're a defensive coordinator or defensive coach, Pete, you tell your players you can only put them in the right spots. Well, they put Rodgers in the right spot. He just had trouble backpedaling, and he tripped really over his own feet to cause them to catch the tight end.
There's a young man who's done an awful lot of good on these kick returns, Dustin Cunningham. He's also joined by Nate Bush, who had that punt return negated, and this will be Bush from the 20 on a dead run, waits for his blockers, but because of the shortness of that kickoff, the wedge didn't have a good opportunity to form, and he's ridden down at the 29-yard line. A short kickoff that time, and Bush waited. He looked like he was in rush hour traffic, and there was nothing there.
The wedge came back too far. Somebody's got to take control of the wedge and make sure they know where the ball is according to the field.
Incumbent upon the Tartars to get something on the board this drive. Goff is in there at tailback. He's got the handoff, running over people out to the 37-yard line. Pickup of 7 on the play, make it 2nd and 3. If you like tough, hard-nosed football, you like Joe Goff.
Yes, you do.
Stanley Edwards has a report for Stan. Okay, some audio trouble with Stanley's microphone. See if we can get back to him in a moment. 2nd down and 3. Chris George is the move man to the far side. The handoff to Goff, and that time nothing there, as that Charger defense is hard charging. Mark Matson, the defensive end, coming in to make the stop.
A little thick in there right now.
Talk about rush hour traffic.
You ain't lying.
And unfortunately for Wayne State, the reliance on the run then forces them into a fairly lengthy 3rd down, 3rd and a long 3 here. And with 6:22 to play in the half, you don't want to give the ball back to Hillsdale by any stretch, because they have shown the ability to throw the football. Once again, George in motion.
You got motion.
And a flag is dropped.
When it goes bad, it goes bad. It seems to come in 2, 3s, and 4s, folks, that the centers seem to maybe lift the ball up a little early or what have you, and got people moving around.
So the illegal procedure penalty makes it 3rd and 8. Stanley Edwards, what do you have?
Well, we don't have a team that's doing very well, and that's the Wayne State Tartars. They're making a lot of mistakes, and normally if Brian Van Gorder team that's not just mistake prone. The forward pass is not their forte, so we don't see them. I don't expect them to really use it a great deal. I don't suggest they throw the running game out, but they need to mix it up, and like I said before, pass on 1st down. Back upstairs to you guys.
Thanks, Stan. The Wayne State football team will have difficulty playing catch-up, but they go back to pass this time. Frederick over the middle, tipped and nearly intercepted. It was the linebacker, Corey Knight, almost had his 2nd interception of the year.
Corey Knight that time got back into the drop zone real well. Tight end, he's playing his shadowing the tight end right here. You can see that. He gets a good drop right down. He pumps. If he's pumping, then maybe the tight end should start going upfield. Anytime you can't reload that thing that quick.
It might have been open and complete had Frederick let it go right away. Eric Burton having a tough time with this win, but this time it is at his back. Scott Elwer will receive it. Oh, and this is a rocket. Elwer will let it bounce at the 20, and it is down at the 19. An excellent kick of 49 yards from Eric Burton. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Hillsdale from their own 20. 5.5 minutes to play here in the first half. Wayne State trails 21-9. We'll be back with more football action.
busy with hometowns and everyone's class clown. It's always been true. This bud for you.
Just for you, a taste you'll find in no other beer at any price. Beechwood Aged Budweiser.
It's always been true.
The special vision report from EGF Central.
Optical companies are reported to be making claims of big savings. We wanted the real story. Dana?
We've checked the claims of 50 to 70% frame discounts, but the discounts were off very high prices.
How about the Eyeglass Factory?
Still the best price in sight. $99.95 for 2 pairs of eyeglasses or contacts, including the exam. Despite the claims, nobody beats the Eyeglass Factory.
There you have it. Day in, day out, it's the Eyeglass Factory. The best price in sight. Go ahead, compare.
You see the numbers on Greg Younger, 7 of 10, 110 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Very, very impressive.
Had a good week last week. He's having a good week this week. Having a good half so far.
And he also ran for a touchdown against Northern last weekend, too. So he is a good all-around threat. These two teams, Skip, know each other very, very well. They have been playing since, I think, the late 1930s. And nobody has played Wayne State more than Hillsdale. And the record, the series record, Hillsdale leads at 25-9-1. Here's an inside handoff on some misdirection. And the carry with McCree with the football to the 25-yard line. A pickup of 5. They say some teams do it with smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, well, here we are.
Hillsdale has a lot of talent, but they're pulling out everything out of this playbook. They come to the line quickly, leading 21-9. 5 minutes to play in quarter number 2. Younger with the signals. The handoff, McCree hit and spins forward to the 29-yard line in the grasp of Derek Lindsay for Wayne State. Short of the first down by about a yard. McCree, 12 carries, 34 yards. So yards have not come easily for him.
No, but the difference here right now between a young quarterback and an experienced quarterback, Younger that time changed the play at the line of scrimmage that time. As you see now, he has that ability because he's been around. He's a senior. And the coach has a little trust in him.
And he changes the play again at the line of the scrimmage.
Whoa.
And McCree is met, and Rob Murray says, "How do you do?" So once again, Skip, the Wayne State defense makes the short yardage third down stop to give the offense an opportunity here with 4 minutes to play in the half.
Well, right now, I guess, well, if I'm a coach, I'm going after this. I got punt block on. Big win, and they got 9 people up, folks.
Tom Dussault is back to punt.
Here they
come. Could not get it. They don't hit the kicker, which is good. And it's a short punt that will roll dead inside the 40 at the 38-yard line. A 33-yard punt. Not bad under the conditions for Tom Dussault of Hillsdale.
I'm sorry, Pete. Nate Bush, I feel, has good hands, and he can secure the football. I know it's only 6 yards, but he should have fair caught that ball. I mean, 6 yards is 6 yards, but it's just the idea. Get under it. This ball could have snapped, bounced, and ran 15 more yards.
Once again, the Wayne State defense gives that man, Anthony Frederick, another chance. The wind at the Tartars' back. 1st and 10 from the 37. Play action on a roll. He'll step up and fumbles the football. And it appears that Hillsdale has recovered. We don't have an official indication. Now we do. Hillsdale football 1st and 10 at the Wayne State 40.
Well, Fredericks that time had Bernard in the flat right now when he was rolling out. He decided he didn't want to throw to him, and he's going to tuck the ball away. Well, the ball got snapped out of his hands, and it is now Hillsdale football.
Dick Lowry, very
a player
concerned.
down, right?
That's his leading tackler, Scott Duncan, and Brian Van Gorder is reminding himself of that old maxim, turnovers will kill you. It's a cliche, but it's true. Scott Duncan, the leading tackler for this Hillsdale team, being attended to by the training staff.
Maybe he landed on the football when he was trying to retrieve it.
And Frederick trying to improvise that time, trying to make the play. And that's a good sight as Scott Duncan gets up and trots off the field. But Frederick was trying to make a big play and ended up not making the play at all. The second drive of the last 3 on which Wayne State has fumbled on their first play from scrimmage.
Okay, you see he has the fullback right now, Bernard, in the open. He chooses not to do that. He gets the ball punched out of his hands from behind by Mark Matson. Matson, head-up ball player. 2 turnovers. Hillsdale doesn't have any. Turnovers always turn into points. Look at this, left, right, and we got...
And it's Walsh with the ball, and Walsh is on his way. Walsh to the 5. Did he get in? Yes. He got inside the pylon just barely, but it's good for 6. Marty Walsh takes it to the house from 40 yards away, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And once again, folks, this all gets set up by the motion. They got people going left. They got people going right. They got people going all over. Fakes this way. Nobody knows where to go. You're getting the linebacker standing around. Stutter steps him and runs by him. Shows some good speed.
And what all that motion also does, Skip, is it forces people to take bad angles of pursuit. And everybody ends up being out of position. Doherty on for the extra point. Walsh will hold. And it is through and good for Doherty. The Chargers now move out in front 28-9, 3 minutes and 12 seconds to play in this first half. It's a gorgeous day weather-wise, but for Wayne State, there's a little cloud over their sideline right now.
Well, you know something, good teams take advantage of breaks, and here it is right now, Hillsdale, Pete. Wayne State puts the ball on the ground at the 6-7 yard line, they score a touchdown. Wayne State puts the ball on the ground at the 28-yard line, they score a touchdown. 14 points. Could be a close game. Really isn't. It's been a well-played football game, but for a couple of mistakes.
And they have gone back and forth. This is the 15th possession of this first half. Each team has had 7. Wayne State has got a touchdown and a field goal, but 4 of the 7 Charger drives have ended in the end zone. They have been very efficient. Doherty will tee it up here into this wind. Might be looking for a squib kick, not wanting to give anybody an opportunity to run this thing back. And what hurts from a Wayne State perspective as we take a look at the Chargers scoring drive, 1 play, 12 seconds. There was a 1-play drive for Wayne State. They had a fumble. A 1-play drive for the Chargers. They go for 6. And therein lies the difference. Kickoff coming to the near side, taken by one of the up men. That's Ken Johnson, the backup tight end. And he brings it out to the 35-yard line. So 3 minutes and 7 seconds left to play here in the half. Wayne State with their full complement of 3 timeouts. And they do have the wind at their back. And as I was saying a moment before we looked at the scoring summary, what really hurts is that with the wind at their back, the Tartars only have 3 points.
Yes, and they've given up all these points when they've had the wind to their back, more importantly.
1st and 10, Wayne State from their own 35. Handoff to Dustin Cunningham across the 35 to about the 37-yard line.
And it's always funny how the offense or the defense can pick each other up right now. There's some major hitting going on now in this defense from Hillsdale, Pete.
Well, Wayne State is not discouraged. They're angry and frustrated, so they're going to hit some people too. And Scott Duncan, who we saw injured a few plays ago on the fumble, made that tackle, so he's fine. Pickup of 2, make it 2nd and 8. Frederick on a roll. And he one-hops it, intended for his tight end. Or check it, it's Steve Zakowski, who had a catch earlier this afternoon. That'll bring up 3rd down and long. And so now Wayne State's in a position, if they don't convert this, you give it back to Hillsdale with about 2 minutes left on the clock, the scoring may not be done.
You're absolutely right. Very hard to throw on the run right now. Maybe what he needs to do, he being Brian Van Gorder, is give this young man something set up in the pocket, let him get his feet under him a little bit, and get a little steady, make a couple of short passes that he gets a little confidence.
Zakowski to the near side, Bush